After it was announced that Callum Wilson had finally signed for West Ham, Graham Potter has revealed that Michail Antonio will not be part of his team next season, which officially brings Antonio's time at West Ham to an end. We're going to get into all of that. Of course, this is the Transfer Daily. But first, are you ready to have your survival instincts tested? If the answer is yes, maybe you can consider playing Final One Standing with us. It's free to play. There's a 500k jackpot, no admin fees, and guaranteed winners. Just pick one Premier League team per week, and the rules are simple. If your team wins, you're through. A draw or a loss, and you're out. And you can't pick the same team twice. Download the William Hill app, click the link in the description or the QR code to play. Register for free and enter for your shot to win 500k. You have to be 18 plus to enter and be in the UK. Full terms and conditions apply, and please gamble responsibly. So, let's get into it. Antonio, I've got mixed feelings about this. 10 years at the club has finally come to an end. It feels like an end of an era. He's the last player to have played at Upton Park in the team. It's kind of sad, you know. It kind of hit me. Like when I realised that, it really hit me. It was like that final little piece of Upton Park has gone, and it really hit home of what we've lost. With Upton Park. Thomas Souček now is the oldest serving player. After that is Bowen. You know, it's crazy. It's 5 years, and look, you know, players have to move on at time, but it was just that realization. And yeah, I've got mixed feelings. I get it. Antonio's 35 years old, had a car accident, all of that stuff. But it sounds to me like this is a direct result of us signing Callum Wilson. From everything that I'm reading, that has had an impact. Graham Potter was not going to have Wilson and Antonio. Sullivan wanted to push for Callum Wilson, so Will Salthouse could get a nice little bit of money. And as a result, he's not going to have two, mid-30s strikers that have injury issues. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not going to do it. He's put his foot down. And it's kind of crazy that Antonio's mate and fellow podcast host has kind of took his job. In a way, he's taken the number 9 shirt, which is wild. We're giving Callum Wilson the number 9. I know, like, some people think numbers are nothing, but there's something there. You know, it was a big deal to Antonio when he got that number 9 shirt. I feel like we should have given that to Fulkrug. I really do. To give it to Callum Wilson after everything, I get it. Like, we've signed him. He's here now. We've got to back him up. Get into that in a bit. But to give him the number 9 shirt, like, off the bat like that, it's a big thing, you know. It's a big thing. Not that we've had, like, so many iconic number 9s over the years. It's been dry this year, like, in recent history. And, Antonio, top Premier League goal scorer at the moment as it stands. You know, really gave everything for the shirt when he played. Was a very good player. Not at right back, but you know, when whether he played on the wing or played up front, he gave us something, you know. So yeah, it's hopefully we give him a good send off. It would have been nice if we found a way to, you know, have him there one last time, run on the pitch type of thing, have the clap, have the applause, especially with everything that he's been through this year with the car crash. Yeah, it would have been nice. But at the same time, Graham Potter has a job to do. There's no room for sentiment. He's already working with one arm tied behind his back with Sullivan, pushing players on him, not getting his players over the line. He's really got a hard task. So I don't begrudge Graham Potter. You know, Antonio's made a lot of money at this club. We've paid him handsomely. And he's got a bright career in punditry and media and TV ahead of him. I have no doubt about that. Whether he goes on to play maybe America or somewhere like that. I just think maybe the Premier League is a bit of a stretch, and I think that's what it was sort of seen at 35 years old after a car crash. He's going to have a hard time keeping up to pace with the Premier League. So, yeah, I wish him all the best. I wish him nothing but luck and success, and hopefully, he comes back and in some capacity, and he's attached to the club, and he always thinks of it as home. So, yeah, listen, good luck to Mikel Antonio. Good luck to Callum Wilson, because he's going to bloody need it. It has been one of the most divisive. Divisive isn't even a strong enough word, because it's almost unanimous at how many people do not want Callum Wilson at this football club. So I've got really conflicting feelings on this, because I hate David Sullivan. I hate him. I hate how he interferes. I hate this transfer. It's just a stupid move for no reason. We'll get into the business side of it in a sec, but it's just pointless. The guy has had so many injury issues, muscle injuries. He's lost pace. He just doesn't seem up to it anymore. And it seems like it wasn't in Potter's plans. It wasn't someone Potter wanted, and it's forced on him, and I can't get behind that. I can never agree with that. Even if Callum Wilson scores 30 goals this season, which is very unlikely, I can't sit here and go, well, do you know what? Spot on, Sullivan. Because he still should not be interfering. Just because the broken clock is right twice a day type of thing, doesn't mean that he's qualified to, doesn't mean he's qualified to be making decisions on our transfers. Like, yeah, you go out and you sign a load of cheap players. Maybe one of them becomes a hit. Doesn't mean you're a genius. You just got lucky. And if Callum Wilson proves to be a success, then he's got lucky. And we've got lucky. And I don't get the fans that say, well, if you back him, you're backing Sullivan. I had a debate with Big Dave on Twitter. I'm going to try and get him on the channel to have this debate. But when I said, you know what? I will give him the chance. I'll give Callum Wilson a chance to prove me wrong. He has the chance to prove us all wrong. We all think it's a poor signing. Now it's his chance to prove us wrong. And his thing was, well, if you're giving him a chance, you're giving Sullivan a chance. You back Wilson, you back Sullivan, which I think is madness. It's madness, because I said, even if he's a success, I don't give Sullivan any credit. I'll never like Sullivan. I always want him out. But I want every single player that wears our shirt to be successful, because if they're successful, we're successful as a club. My love for West Ham outweighs my hatred for David Sullivan. Always has, always will. I want Sullivan out of this club, because I don't think we will go to where we can with him in charge. If I thought that David Sullivan, his way was the right way, and he was this great owner and we're going to be successful under him, well, then I wouldn't want him out. Because everything that I hate about Sullivan, well, almost everything, is to do with how he runs this football club, and how I think that's the wrong way to run a football club. So what I care about is the success of West Ham. David Sullivan won't win me over because Callum Wilson's a success. I'm not a fan of Callum Wilson. I think he's a bit of a knobhead. But if he comes here and he grafts in a West Ham shirt, he works his arse off, then I have to say fair play to him. He's here now. Like, what is the alternative? Like, when you're saying, I'm not backing Wilson, I'm not going to get behind him, I'm not going to support him. What are you saying? Are you saying you're going to boo him when he comes on the pitch? Are you saying you're going to protest outside the training ground? And are you saying you're going to give him a load of abuse every day and try and run him out the club? Like, what are you saying when you're saying, I'm not supporting him, I'm not backing him? I want him to score a shitload of goals. I want him to be our best player this season. I want every player to potentially be our best player, right? because it benefits West Ham United. I think this signing is an absolute joke. The finances of it, you can look at it and say £6 grand minimum, 95 grand pay as you play. That's a good deal because if he plays, then he's doing well. Whatever. I think pay as you plays are bad. I think it puts pressure on Graham Potter. It puts him in an awkward position with Wilson, where if you don't play him, well then Wilson's earning a basic wage of £6 grand, which we would all absolutely love. But obviously he's a football player who's built up a certain lifestyle, right? He's got a certain lifestyle to upkeep. He's probably got a very expensive house, cars to pay for, bills. His bills are crazy. And listen, I'm not saying boo-hoo for Wilson. You know what I mean? You always just sell stuff and downsize. That's reality. But what I'm saying is he's going to want to keep that up. So if he's not playing, he's on £6 grand a week, it puts him in a tough position and puts Potter in a tough position. And that should not be the case. So, look, he believes in himself. He believes he can get those appearances and make that money. What I care about is he scores goals, and that's what he's going to have to do. I'm sorry, no little 5-6 goals in a season is going to win me round on Callum Wilson, mate. I want over 10. I want 15 from him. All the goals that arsehole has scored against us, right? All the goals he's scored, all the points he's cost us, everything he's cost us. I want 15 goals from him, right? For me to say, yeah, fair play, or close to. Like, he's talked a lot of trash about us. He scored that handball goal against us, which, it was on the referees to spot. He's really going to have to. He wants to make it up to the fans. He's going to have to make it up. He talks well, but talk is cheap. I want actions. But I don't get the people that you might as well just say you want every player to fail, or you're not going to back every player, because every single player was bought in the Sullivan regime. Every single player. We've got Wan-Bissaka that was a bloody Salthouse player, and I hate Salthouse. I'm not excusing him. But every single player, Moyes players. Well, guess who hired Moyes? David Sullivan. Lopetegui players. Lopetegui was really pushed by the Sullivans. That's what they wanted. With Salthouse. And we got him players. It was Kilman. You might as well say, yeah, I'm never supporting Kilman. I'm not supporting any of these players that he signed. Everything we have, every manager we've had, Sullivan. So, if you're not going to back this guy just because of David Sullivan, he's a Sullivan signing, then you might as well not back any of the team. Because he owns the club. He pays their wages. And that's the thing. So, like I said, I separate Sullivan and the team. Because what am I going to do? Just stop supporting him? If you want to get back at Sullivan, don't put money in his pocket. Simple as. But I will always support my team. I will always want my team to be successful. No matter who the manager is, who the owner is. I want the best for West Ham. So, unless anyone's got any good ideas and good solutions, let's support him. Listen, if we want to go and do a protest, sign that position for Sullivan out, sign it, get the signatures up. I'm not saying it will get him out, but put the pressure on, make him feel uncomfortable. I've said it before. Make our voices heard. All of that stuff. Like I said, he won't leave this club until he's ready to leave this club, or until, the worst happens. That's it. Nothing we can do is going to get him out. But like I said, we can make our feelings known that we're not happy with him and how he's running this club. We're not happy with this Salthouse crap. But separate it from the team. That's my opinion. If you don't agree, that's fine. You don't have to lose your shit, because I know some people will. That's fine. Do what you want to do. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm just defending what I think is right and what I will do. So when people start calling me a Sullivan sellout or whatever, I'm doing Sullivan's work or whatever, I'm not. Despise the bloke. love West Ham. Simple. So we'll see how it goes. Antonio, thank you for all your years at West Ham. Thank you for the goals. Wish you all the best of luck, and hopefully we can give him a good send-off. And like I said, don't forget, check out Final One Standing and play along with us. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. And like I said, please gamble responsibly, and check the link below.